It's a compilation of all these women taking extra Tylenol because Trump said not to. He gives a lot of profound advice, and I really like what he's saying here. Okay?
I can't hear anything, by the way.
Interesting. You can't hear it?
No.
Read the caption.
Genocide, yeah. Okay.
Zero. I think you guys are great. I fundamentally disagree with you.
Look how little she looks now.
Every show doing this. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was awkward
guys.
afterwards, dude. If I'm feeling particularly Republican that day, yes, they're violating free speech. If I'm feeling more like, you know, in the middle,
If
Democrat-ish,
I'm blatantly lying,
I'm just like, eh.
if I'm
What's up, guys? We're the Modern Brothers, and welcome back to the Modern Brothers recap, where we present. You really want your hand right there when I'm doing the
No, I
intro?
don't, but you kept going.
Where we present our favorite topics found in the past week, be it news, pop culture, and whatever else grabs our geezers. I'm DayDreamer, and this is Satirius.
How goes it? For this week's episode, DayDreamer and I vow to never take Tylenol again in solidarity with Trump. Google vows to never censor again, and Jillian vows to walk off her take. Okay, well, she doesn't vow to. She just walked off her take, but we really wanted to use the word vow. Because it was worth it.
It was the word of the day. For the first topic, the Trump administration held a press conference where they updated the public on their investigation into what RFK Jr. has sometimes referred to as the autism epidemic. So it was about an hour-long press conference. We will link it down below in case you want to watch the full thing. If you want, for some reason, a quick summary by two random YouTube people, that's us. But
Full disclosure, DayDreamer did a lot of the summarizing.
Okay, so it's no longer a weave. Now it's just a DayDreamer summarized it.
No, I'm kidding. I fully back everything he did.
All right.
We're good.
Well, here's our summary.
Yes.
So Trump started it off by saying that 1 in 20,000 kids used to get autism, and now it's 1 in 31 apparently. So there's
That's
something
crazy,
happening.
dude.
I know.
Okay.
So they wanted to look into that. And so what Trump was really trying to drive home was not to take Tylenol while pregnant or to give it to young children. That's what he was really trying to say. Do not take Tylenol. There's some sort of link or something's going on with it. The other doctors were much more nuanced in what they were saying. So I think an important quote here to say, this was from Dr. Fink. She said, take the lowest effective dose for the shortest possible duration. That's more of what they're trying to say. Not to get away from completely.
Fully get rid of it. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So basically, if you really need Tylenol, if it's medically needed or whatever, take it. If not, and it's not Tylenol, it's acetaminophen. I don't even know how
You got it. Yeah, acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen. People were making fun of Trump because he couldn't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it either. So I'm not a doctor. Trump's not a doctor. I think it's fine.
I mean, these words are hard to begin with. Continue.
Yeah, they're hard words. Yeah.
They are hard words.
I agree.
You spelt one out for me using phonetic spelling.
Yeah.
It sounded dumb when you asked me to pronounce it.
Well, that's a good segue. So they also moved on to approving prescription leucovorin. So they approved the prescription leucovorin as a treatment for autistic children.
Mm-hmm. That one's new to me. I guess that's been around for a while, or is this a new discovery?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They were saying they were seeing some good results, so I assume they've been doing it before. I don't know. Don't want to spread misinformation. Mm-hmm. And then Trump also at the end said to spread out the vaccines. Mixing them up is not good. Mm-hmm. So what he was saying is you don't have to take them all at once. Maybe spread out the vaccine schedule or whatever. A couple of other interesting things from the announcement that I think are worthy of pointing out. One of the doctors said that there are some studies showing that treating the symptoms of a fever can prolong the duration of the fever because those symptoms are the way of the body fighting the fever to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was very interesting.
I thought he said the fever is the body's way of fighting the illness.
No, he said, so what he was referring to was that when you get a fever, there are symptoms that you experience from that fever.
Yeah.
Right? Those symptoms, when you attack those symptoms, apparently it prolongs the fever. Because he did use he did say the phrase prolonging the fever. Mm-hmm. And so
interesting. That is very interesting.
I thought it was
I have a
interesting
comment
too.
on that, but yes, that's interesting.
Okay. And then the last thing I guess is 40 to 70%. This one was from RFK. So he said that 40 to 70% of mothers who have children with autism believe a vaccine harmed their child. Okay, so that's the summary of what the press conference said. Again, if you want to watch the full thing, we'll link it down below. Now we're going to get into our thoughts on it. So for the first point that was made with the 1 in 20,000 kids used to get autism and now it's 1 in 31. To get the 1 in 20,000, I had to go back to the 1950s. I don't see...
Dude, what was it like in the 1950s? I'm sorry, that was stupid.
What?
Because you made the comment. You had to go back to the 1950s. So
all right, you're dumb. Anyways, but here's a chart from the CDC.
Yeah.
going back to the year 2000, and it said
Look how it just keeps decreasing.
1 in 150. I do think it's very interesting how it keeps going down.
Yeah.
And so now it's 1 in 31, and back in 2000 it used to be 1 in 150. What do you think about
insane.
the argument that says, oh, they've always been this many, we're just better at diagnosing it?
So I think when I hear that comment, I think of the same thing. Like, well, these crimes and all these situations have always been happening. We just now see it more because we have smartphones that record it on demand, kind of deal, right?
Okay.
I do think there's some validity to that comment. Yes, I think now that we're just better at diagnosing and we understand it more, the possibility of that number decreasing is there.
I agree. I have two issues with it. Is that the first issue with this is that that's used to shut people up. It's not used in the good faith way that it is. That it's supposed to be.
Is, yeah.
It's supposed to be like, oh no, they've always existed, but now we're just better at seeing them. Or now this goes more towards like the trans or gay argument too, where it's like they've always been there, but now we can be more open. And so that leads me into, and so it's used to shut people up, and then leads me to my second problem too. The second problem is it can be two things. It can be that we're better at diagnosing and there's something going on. Like, why is there just one or the other? So yeah, those are my two main issues with that argument. I think logically it's sound and it does make sense. We're better at diagnosing, but I'm just like, why do you use it to shut people up? Why is it so?
Yeah. And
again, it's not always. Sometimes it's just they are legitimately doing it. In the press conference, I forgot who answered that question, but they did say no, that's largely just not the case. That's just not right.
So there is a question that I have then, right? So, okay, sure, we were better at diagnosing too, but the only thing we haven't really asked yet is how many more vaccines have we acquired since the 1950s? How many more medicines are being provided to us as a way of just masking the symptoms, right?
Right. So I just think it's always healthy to continue to ask questions and say, is there something going on? These are our children. We should still consistently look into it and make sure that it's not an issue, which I do think is an issue.
Yeah, certainly. So like Tylenol, for example, I might be just stupid on this topic, but was Tylenol a thing in the 1950s, right? I don't know. I really don't know, right? And so maybe between 1950s and now, Tylenol, as well as a bunch of other vaccines, have been added, and therefore we're just starting to see increase of autistic individuals because of the fact that we've increased medical.
Well, yeah, I mean that's not a good argument because it's just I get what you mean.
It's all speculation.
It's all speculation. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, so another point that I really wanted to kind of get more into was the idea of treating the symptoms of a fever could prolong the fever because it's you're supposed to let the body actually fight it out. I just think that concept's so interesting, and it's like vindicating for me because I am super against taking medication when it's not needed. Sometimes your head hurts a little bit, and what do people immediately tell you? Oh, do you want a Tylenol? You want an Advil or something? And I'm just like, no, my head's hurting. That means I'm doing something wrong. Something's happening. But the Tylenol's not going to fix why my head's hurting. It will fix the head hurting, but it's not going to fix the underlying issue as to why my head started to hurt. You know, like when I think you were getting migraines a lot, right? Headaches consistently. And I'm just like, well, there's something going on here, right? Like it wasn't happening before. So why are you getting these headaches? I rarely get headaches. And when I do, I'm just like, what did I do today? Like what's wrong?
The fix was the glasses, I feel. I think that's what it was because they stopped after I got the glasses. But
interesting.
Okay, but the comment that the doctor did make, he says it could possibly be that your body's fighting it. There is no evidence to state that your body is actually fighting the illness.
Just let me have it, dude. It's vindicating. A doctor said it.
And on top of that, are you doing anything to find the root cause of the issue, right? Because you could simply just continue to allow yourself to have the headaches and sit there and deal with the headache. Like, oh, shucks, I got another headache. I'm going to sit here and deal with it.
Yeah,
or are you trying to figure out what the issue is?
Yes, which is I rarely get headaches, which is literally, so I got these glasses and when they gave me a headache, I went back to them because I was like, I don't get headaches. This is the only thing that's changed. The prescription is probably wrong. They come back, prescription's fine, and now I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, that's how, but no, the educated would just say, take a Tylenol because of a headache. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. Big Pharma wants you on that medication.
Anyway, yeah, that's my little rant on that.
Here's well, I don't know if there's any validity to this, but there might be. When you have allergies and you start to sneeze and you're dealing with the little sinus thing, the mucus is a way of fighting the infection. So we all blow our nose to get rid of the mucus. Haven't you noticed when you blow your nose, you sneeze some more because you've cleared away that defense mechanism, right? So I do think that there is clearly some validity to that statement. I think
I just let your body work and figure yourself out. Don't just go to medication immediately. I'm not saying
your
don't
body
medicate.
is working to figure itself out.
Sure.
Imagine if you didn't take any of the medication, unless you were chronically ill, you will get better, without a doubt.
I mean, again, barring some actual illness, but yes, I just think these little day-to-day inconveniences and then just take a pill to make it better, to me, that's just ridiculous. No, unless you have a major thing or have consulted with a doctor, just do some more thinking about why is my body feeling this. Okay, sorry, to move on. The next part that I found interesting that I also wanted to rant a little bit on was the 40 to 70% of mothers who have children with autism believe a vaccine harmed their child. I do think that statement is kind of dangerous because I don't know where you're getting that from and what you're doing with this. Right? What does that prove and what does that do? So I do think there's a danger in saying that. However, I do think a woman who is in tune with that motherly nurturing side has an intuition about their child that is unmatched by any medical professional. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
I do think mothers should be listened to when it comes to their children. And so, but I just, that statement I'm not super liking. Side note, I had an injury a couple of years back. I think it was like end of high school, beginning of college. I had a surgery done. It left me with an open wound. That wound needed to be cleaned, but it was supposed to heal within 2 weeks or so. I had to visit the doctor every week though to get that wound cleaned. Yeah, I think he said a month actually. He's like, I should be fully done within a month. 4 months later, I'm still going weekly to this doctor, and I'm in pain every time he's cleaning it. I would have kept going with him forever. It wasn't until mother intervened and said, he said a month? What the heck? And I was like, no, let they know what they're doing. I prolonged it another month, so now I'm at five months in. And then finally mother puts her foot down and she's like, go get a second opinion. I go get the second opinion. I need another surgery. He schedules me for another surgery. Within a month or two, I was completely done. Like, everything was fine.
Jeez.
Isn't that insane? Like, I would have just been going. Insane. And so the going theory by the other doctor was, I think he just kind of wanted to keep you here, or he messed up in some kind of way. He didn't want to admit it or something. I don't know. I don't know. So that was crazy. So I do have experience with the intuition of a mother is unmatched in my opinion. So that's my rant on that.
Interesting. You didn't even question it even a little bit, your own intuition?
No, I'm a little embarrassed. I was like, the doctors know what they're doing. No, the medical professionals know more than you, mother. That was literally my thought process on it. And it wasn't until she's like, dude, do some thinking. And I was like, hey, my bad, bro. And then we went somewhere else and I was like, hey, you're right.
No, I get that. I really get the motherly intuition. I don't doubt it, even in the slightest.
Yeah.
Well, depends on the mother, but I think our mothers are very
That's why I make that distinction. Someone who's in tune. They have to be in tune with that mother nurturing side. Because a random mother, no.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's my little rant. Did you have anything else? Any other point you wanted to rant on? Because I'm done.
No. Those are good points.
Okay, moving on. The left is a cult and they're going crazy. Look at this little thing that I found from TikTok. It's a compilation of all these women taking extra Tylenol because Trump said not to. It's insane to me. And there's a bunch of more videos. I just found this compilation really quick. I don't know how prevalent it is. I'm not on TikTok. I just kind of found it really quick. It might be that it's just something small.
The idea to be pregnant and joke around about this whole situation like that baffles me, dude.
I like to think
those are the mothers that are not in tune with their children and have good tuition. Those are the mothers I'm referring to, dude. Yeah, it's them.
Yeah,
it's them. Yeah. Don't listen to them, kids. Don't. Okay, well, I mean, I have a whole thing with parents and But anywho's, those are the mothers. Yeah,
I agree.
This is ridiculous. Not okay.
The left is a cult. They're crazy. Now people will say, "Oh, the right's a cult too." But they're both bad. No, when Jimmy Kimmel was attacked for free speech, the right wasn't like, "Yeah, let's get him canceled." The right came out and was like, "It's still free speech." Like there was a war between each other, and we're just like, really, we can't all just come together and get Jimmy Kimmel canceled. We have to. All right, we have to stay principled. Fine, sounds good, dude.
Yeah, no, fair point. Fair point.
I don't want to hear this.
But you know what?
The both sides. Sorry, what?
We can practice our free speech by spinning the wheel.
That's a horrible transition, but let's do it. Yeah. No, I was.
All right, actually, because I now have to go get the wheel. Sorry.
All right, well.
Time to spin the wheel.
A lot of I think that's the most excitement I've seen you do in a while for this channel, and I really appreciate that.
To spin the wheel?
Yeah.
What?
Your level of enthusiasm really gets me excited. Cringe battle.
I feel like
go ahead and change it to Satirius' choice. Nice. All right. How many do you have?
1.
Okay. Well, we're gonna need more than 1.
All I have is 1. So right now we're getting Satirius' choice.
All right. Here we go.
It doesn't say choices.
I'm gonna do 2 when mine comes up, just so you know.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Do we need any backstory for this, or?
Backstory is I am proud of this lady. Carry on.
You could just say no. You don't have to. Okay. All right. Ready?
Come after us. No. Fuck you when you don't get your cheap ass.
Hey, this is a family environment. Please
I am leaving.
Leave right now. This is a family environment. We're not doing that here. We represent Panera Bread and the brand. I don't care who you voted for, who you love, who you worship. Get out.
I'm not going to have my rights taken away.
Nobody's
Let
questioning
me just throw
anybody's
away my
rights.
garbage. That's
Thank
all I'm
you.
doing.
Please leave these other guests alone. We're not interacting.
Not interacting.
What? He went to go sit down.
No, he left. He was leaving.
No, he wasn't.
I didn't see him sitting down.
That's not where the door was.
Maybe he has to take a... Oh, he was going to sit down.
Dude. He went to go sit down.
Hey, but maybe he remained quiet for the rest of his time eating, and people were fine doing what they did.
Yeah, maybe they hugged and sang Kumbaya at the end too. You could just make all sorts of assumptions, but the fact is he went to go sit down. What are you proud of?
Her. I don't really care what the guy did. I guess I mean, if he shut up and just sat down and ate his bagel, that's fine. I'm cool with it.
In my mind, he crossed the ruckus and I don't know.
Yeah, he did cause a ruckus,
That's
but
hilarious.
he also then shut up and sat down and ate. All right, for the next topic, Google admits to censorship.
Mhm.
2 days ago, they provided a letter to the Judiciary House Committee in response to Jim Jordan, who's the Ohio State Congressman. Essentially, this is the summary of the letter that they provided. There is a full letter.
Here's the full letter. So it's not that long. It's actually kind of easy to read. So Terrence read the full thing in preparation for the video. I kind of just skimmed through it. It's too long to read on our video, obviously though. But so if you want to if you want to read the full thing for yourself, it will be linked down below. We did summarize it.
Well, actually, the Judiciary House Committee summarized it, which I think is a pretty good summary. And I'll go ahead and read essentially their points below. Right?
Okay, cool.
So pretty much Google admitted to the following, right? First item, the Biden administration pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate YouTube's policies. Mm-hmm. Secondly, the Biden administration censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. That's what Google or Alphabet admitted. Third, public debate should never come at the expense of relying authorities. That's what they admitted. 4, the company will never use third-party fact checkers. They never claim to, and they also commit to not using it. Mm-hmm. And 5th, well, which we don't really care about, Europe's censorship will still remain to some extent because they have lawful content, and if you violate lawful content, then you're in trouble in these other countries. But that's their fault for letting them get that far. Lawful content?
Yeah. So it says Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My fault.
There were a couple items that did stand out to me, right?
Okay.
So one of the first items was from the letter, yes.
Okay.
One of the first items was item number 9 under the Biden administration and Alphabet section.
Okay.
It reads verbatim, as online platforms, including Alphabet, grappled with these decisions, the administration's office, including President Biden, created a political atmosphere that sought to influence the actions of platforms based on their concerns regarding misinformation.
Created a political atmosphere just jumps out to me. What does that mean?
Cancel culture, bro. That's what it was.
So the Biden administration created a cancel culture?
But I just feel like I just think they helped amplify it, in my opinion.
How? That's what I want to know. How? What did they do? What created a political atmosphere means nothing. What did they specifically do? Yes, that's what bugs.
So I
is Alphabet the company that's
culture. So when I think cancel culture, I think of Ilhan, and I think of AOC, and I think of all of these loud screamers on the
It kind of
left.
sounded like you said Elon, but you said you like
Ilhan.
Oh, Ilhan Omar. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Omar. And all of them screaming at any sort of platform that didn't censor or limit people who put out. I mean, obviously, I'm speaking on behalf of Alphabet, who didn't censor or limit the speech that went against their ideologies.
Is Alphabet what's Alphabet? What is Alphabet?
Alphabet is the owner of YouTube and Google.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Google was the owner of Google and YouTube. That's crazy. I didn't know there was something above that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
very
next
interesting.
item that stood out to me, one of the second items was the fact checking, right? I didn't realize they weren't fact checking before, and now they're just reiterating to not fact checking again. So they're not going to do any of the fact checking. But this was not a cool thing, but an interesting thing. What they're going to do instead is something similar to X, where they allow the
Community
users
notes?
to, yeah, the community notes almost, but
Okay.
it's only a pilot, right? So in short, essentially, they have this new feature that's only available on the apps, to where in the videos they can write notes, users
Mm.
that are related to the video. It's only a pilot, and I haven't actually seen this. I don't know if you've seen that on
Which
YouTube.
one? No, not on YouTube. No.
Yeah, but apparently it's there.
Has it already launched? Because I'm jumping a little bit ahead here, but YouTube sort of announced that this hasn't launched yet.
Mm-hmm.
So has that other feature launched yet or no?
It sounds like it's already live. Yes.
Oh, interesting. I
And
haven't,
that
I haven't seen it.
It can only be done in English. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Is
And
that
the
it
other
for
big
your...
item?
Okay, sorry.
What?
Go ahead.
No, and then the next big item was you pretty much already jumped ahead. They had already terminated people who were part of YouTube that violated their policies, and so they committed to allowing them to rejoin YouTube, pretty much.
But okay,
Right?
there's an important distinction there. So
Yes.
is it saying that they allowed people to come back who broke YouTube's policies, or who they canceled or kicked off of YouTube because of the administration's pressure? Which one is it?
Well, let me tell you verbatim what
Okay.
they said, right?
Okay.
Item 23 states, the company terminated channels for repeatedly violating its community guidelines on elections integrity content through 2023 and COVID-19 content through 2024. Today, YouTube's community guidelines allow for a wider range of content regarding COVID-19 and elections integrity. Reflecting the company's commitment to free expression, YouTube will provide an opportunity for all creators to rejoin the platform if the company terminated their channels for repeated violations of COVID-19 and elections integrity policies that are no longer. Those are the exact words that they said.
Okay.
So I did say earlier they will provide, right? When they will do it and how they will open it up, they didn't clarify that. Right?
Interesting, because
But they're given the opportunity.
the right was largely celebrating this as, oh, they're gonna bring back people. So that's why. Okay, so that's sorry. Is there anything else that's important?
No, that's it. Pretty much.
Okay,
And
so-
everything they just commit to transparency.
Because that ties in really good into the next thing. Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes. I'm not sure about Nick Fuentes, but I know for sure Alex Jones made a YouTube account that was immediately deleted within like 24 hours, I think. And so YouTube provided this update for them. It said, we've seen some previously terminated creators try to start new channels. To clarify, our pilot program on terminations is not yet open. It's still against our community guidelines for previously terminated users to use, possess, or create other channels, and will terminate new channels from previously terminated users in accordance with these guidelines. We'll have more to share on the limited pilot program soon.
But see, they make no reference to a pilot program or anything like that in this letter,
Yeah, I don't know.
right?
That
But
part.
the only key word that is that they will provide. They didn't say to what extent or when they would start doing it.
What I think is also very important is that in the letter in the letter itself, it's stating only if you were kicked off due to COVID-19 or what we deemed COVID-19 misinformation or election misinformation. So like the Biden laptop thing.
Right.
That's what it seems like they're saying, which is it's annoying because fine, but a win is
It's
a win,
very
I
narrowed.
guess.
Yeah. So you and I argued about this. My final thoughts are this was not as much
we
of
had
a
a
shocker
hearty
to me.
discussion.
Yes, we had a hearty discussion. We didn't fight. But my take on this was just like, I'm not surprised. I fully expected because they did it with
And I don't
Facebook.
get why you're not surprised. Like
I'm not.
I am
no,
still
I'm not
surprised.
I'm angry at the fact that the Biden administration did what they did, but I'm not surprised that they were successful in doing it because let's be honest, I'm fully in the idea that YouTube was all about it. They were all for it, and now they're pretending to play the victim and like, oh, we were pressured into doing this. No, you weren't.
Well, that's where I was coming
Show me the
from.
evidence. Show me the evidence that you tried your best to fight this. Show me.
Well, that's why I was disagreeing with you, because I was saying, because when in one sentence you're saying, oh, YouTube was being forced. That makes sense. I get that. YouTube was being forced by the administration. That's obvious. That seems obvious. But then in the other sentence, you're saying, I don't think YouTube was being forced. I think they just wanted to ban people. Mm-hmm. And so you can't say both in the same argument. You know, you can't say.
I think both can be true at the same time. You could still be pressured, but even still, it's like, yeah, we'll take this on. We're not going to fight this much because we agree with it. But the
that's
pressure
not being
can still be on.
pressured then.
No,
That's not being pressured.
You could still have pressure from the left saying, keep doing this. But even then, like, couldn't they be true at the same time? Could they not?
No, if you already want to do something and somebody just says, hey, keep doing that, that's not being pressured to do it. You already wanted to do it anyways. To me, being pressured to do something means, oh, you legitimately didn't want to do something, but because they said it, now you're going to do it. I think what happened was they came to YouTube and said, hey, YouTube, this is bad for us. And they're like, okay, sounds good. And then they did it. And now they just want to put the blame on the government, or they want to say, no, they're pointing the finger at somebody else. That's what's annoying. I don't know.
I think you clarified the point. I guess I was hoping to make much better. Right? They're always all for it to begin with, YouTube.
Yeah.
But the fact that the left is still doing it is the issue, that the greater issue too.
The surprising, because you kept saying like it's not hardy discussion. You kept saying that it was like not a surprise that the government was pressuring, and to me it was a little bit shocking, because I was like, I didn't expect the government to need to pressure them. Mm-hmm. I honestly thought YouTube and all these social medias were just on board just already. You get me? Mm-hmm. But now it's coming out. I think they're just pointing the finger and saying, no, they made us do it. And they're trying to, because they see that the tide is shifting a little bit. So they're trying to placate to that. And now they're trying to point the finger at somebody else saying, no, it wasn't us. It was actually them. That's what pisses me off about this.
Yeah, no. Okay. No, you say it better than I do. I think you're fully right on that.
Okay.
Hardy discussion over.
Well, now I have no more hardy discussion to give.
Yeah. No more hardy discussion. Anyways.
YouTube
YouTube sucks.
I was gonna say YouTube, but I meant Google. Google still sucks with their censorship, which is still YouTube pretty much. That being said, we are on their platform now, so thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, YouTube. You're actually pretty cool.
Yes, we are grateful that we were on your platform, but we just want to hold you accountable. Like, allow us to speak and don't censor us for having a differing opinion from you. Essentially,
this is where the nuance part gets me, though. Don't you dare bring
the private sector situation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, they are entitled to have their policies. I think it's fine. So I'm in the middle here. Yeah, I go back and forth, man. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling particularly Republican, if I'm feeling particularly Republican that day, yes, they're violating free speech. If I'm feeling more like, in the middle,
if
Democrat-ish,
I'm blatantly lying,
I'm just like,
if I'm blatantly lying, if I'm calling to action for violence against people legitimately, I do think those are grounds for silencing people. But for purely having an opinion and saying it on here, no, just because it differs from yours.
Okay, but now put your mind. Let's say you created YouTube and some idiot leftist is just promoting some stupid stuff, and you're like, I made this platform. No, you won't be able to say that. Would they not like?
Are they calling for violence or harm, or blatantly lying?
No, but let's just say, okay. Scenario. Picture this. You built this website from the ground up. You've invested all this time, resources, energy, money, whatever.
Yes. And
that day, you went to a restaurant. You ordered a particular meat. You said, I want it like me. I'm going somewhere with this. Bear with me. You ordered it medium. They kind of cooked it more on the medium well side. And you're like, okay, that sucks. You drive home and a four-wheeler, like, a rock gets shot into your radiator, so like a hole gets made in it, and then it leaks a bunch of fuel, so now you got to get a tow truck, and like, your truck's got to get towed home, right?
Okay.
And then you get home and you find out that, I don't know, your kid was being bad that day and your wife's a little stressed out. And then you log on to this website company, this YouTube thing that you've built, and you see some idiot leftist saying something stupid. Do you not just want to like say, no, you know what? No. And then kick them off?
Absolutely, I want to say no, and I do say no, but I allow them to say there's something stupid, as long as it's not blatantly lying, right, or calling to action for actual violence among people.
I agree. I just like to play
You
devil's
wanted to say
advocate.
that long.
Final thoughts. I think YouTube is just trying to point the finger right now at
Alphabet.
Google or Alphabet, whoever. They're just trying to point the finger at the Biden administration. I think they're trying to say, oh, they were censoring us. That's why we did this. I don't think that they were being pushed. If they were being pressured, I think what actually happened was, here's this letter. Please stop doing this. And Alphabet was like, oh, yes, a reason to censor people. They weren't like, oh no, freedom of speech.
Look, if you guys are really trying to fight for freedom of speech, here's the only thing that'll save you. Show us the evidence that you genuinely push back on the government for censoring us.
And maybe I'll believe you. Maybe. And my opinion matters more than anybody. Huh?
Yes, that is true. That is true.
We are the end all for all things on the internet.
By the way, if I were to build my platform, this is working. But I would initially say freedom of speech is fair here on this platform, right?
Yeah.
We do hold certain values, right? And I would put those rules that I said. As long as you don't violate these things, you are free to say what you want to say. Right?
Agreed.
Now, okay, second platform. I want it to be tailored towards something that's specific. Then I would make sure the policies and guidelines that I put on that are specific. Let's say I started a Catholic thing. I won't invite certain language or certain things. If you decide to be part of that platform, you're agreeing to those terms.
Exactly.
And if you violate those terms, you can be removed, right? The thing is, and during the COVID-19 things, they were making up these policies as they were going.
But that's fine. It's their website. That's the argument.
I understand.
I largely still
based
disagree.
off of untrue, like it was
Doesn't
entirely
matter.
tailored.
Doesn't matter. It's their website.
Then you boycott and you leave the website, right?
Agreed.
Then sure.
That's not
As
gonna
an
happen,
individual. Anyways, they were called up for being wrong.
I don't think they're sincere in this. I do think they're largely lying. I do think they're just trying to cover their butts. All right, let's spin the wheel.
Voiding,
my fault. I forgot.
The silence,
I need to talk to avoid the thing of silence. I hope it goes to.
Okay.
One more tick. One more tick.
To the right or left?
No, that way. I don't know which way. No, other way. Yeah.
Think of your choice.
All right, I got two for you.
Clearly, we don't follow any of the spinning wheel rules. Wow. Say wheel rules next to each other real fast.
No. Okay, here's the first one that I have for you. He gives a lot of profound advice, and I really like what he's saying here. Okay?
I can't hear anything, by the way.
Interesting. You can't hear it?
No.
Read the caption.
Oh no!
I personally like what he said at the end. Personally.
You know, that's not fair. Because you have a tendency to not give me volume. I didn't even care to look at the caption. I wasn't trying to ruin it for me.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
not fair, dude. You set me up.
I thought that was hilarious, dude. Okay, here's the next one that I thought was awesome.
If I were to borrow your credit card and I spent $2,000, how would you react?
That's a great question. How long have we known each other at this point?
2 months.
2 months. Okay. And what do you...
How would you react before we get
I
through
said,
this?
what the heck? I say, absolutely not. Like, I'll be angry.
What the heck?
You spend it on?
What? Why?
You don't need to know.
Well, I mean, I like to have open communication with my partner to know what they spent it on. No?
But how would you react?
Curiously. I'd be like, so why did you spend $2,000 and you didn't let me know? There we go.
You should be angrier. That is a major red flag if someone
Fair
has a
enough.
credit card.
Oh.
Wasn't that sick?
Whoa. I like that.
Wasn't that kind of hot?
Yes.
Wasn't that like, I was like, holy crap.
You should be angry. And the way she dropped the duck.
You should be angrier. I was like, nice, well done.
Huh. Those were good picks.
There's some hope. All right, moving on.
Jillian Michaels walks out of the show Her Take. Check out this clip.
Okay, where's your proof that $150 million was offered from Bibi Netanyahu?
No, I'm referring.
Where is
Wait,
the proof?
please do not get angry.
No, because I didn't want to cover this, and you guys insisted. And I
Because
told
that's what
you,
the
you cover this
marketplace is
shit,
talking
I'm going to
about.
rip you apart. Where is the proof?
We're not saying that
Bibi
it happened.
Netanyahu
We're really
offered
not
Charlie
saying that it
$150 million.
Jillian,
okay, so we're not.
We're,
so
what we're
conversely,
reporting on is
now
people
there
in the
is
marketplace, what they're saying. This is a discussion that's happening literally everywhere. We would be remiss if we didn't cover it to debunk it.
old, this conversation.
It's still,
over a week.
It's still pretty prevalent.
Is a week old.
It's still going on, Jillian.
Okay, well, nevertheless, where is the proof that actually
Jillian,
happened?
I just said, according to this guy's reporting,
She's
he was
angry.
offered $150 million.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was
and
also
the proof of
corroborated
that?
by Candace.
It was corroborated by Candace, and not only that, by Nick.
And also
okay,
Matt
because that's listen. I like Candace. She has people from his own team have said he has not seen her in years.
And yet last year they were on tour together. Last year they were on tour together.
Wait,
So
no,
that
no.
debunked that
Wait, if
instantly.
you
That
want to talk about
completely
people on
debunked
his
that.
team,
time they've been on camera together was
Andrew, his
2023.
press
No, it was last year.
Hold on,
They have a
Andrew,
tour
that
person
guy
together.
was
Okay,
on
so
guys,
everybody
let's
on
calm
his
down.
team
Let's just calm down
has
for a second.
subsequently said
I hate
this
when
is
they
not
just all
true.
start talking.
No,
Pastor,
they actually,
Colvin,
they
Eric Balling, all of them are like, yeah.
Okay, Eric Bowling thought that he had 2 daughters. Okay, so I'm not going to.
Okay, Andrew Colvin. The narrative is not true.
Andrew said,
Charlie has a cordial relationship with Ackman. There's no black woman, no intervention. Nothing like what Candace is suggesting.
That same Andrew said that Candace and Charlie remained friends. I just want to make sure.
He's saying this is not true.
But they were literally touring together last year.
Nothing like what Candace is suggesting. What does it have to do with their
what
friendship?
does that have to do with you? Just
What
said
does that have to do with their friendship? He's
Jillian,
saying what Candace
I
is
can't
suggesting.
engage with you if you don't
He's
calm
saying
down.
what Candace is suggesting is not true.
He's talking about her suggesting Israel killed him. We're talking about the 100. Please do not conflate the two. Because
Okay,
completely
well, unilaterally across the board now, we've got multiple accusations that all pile up to the same exact.
No, I think it's the furries. It's the furries. I think it's the furries. But a lot of people.
I don't
She thinks
know,
it's the
and I don't
furries.
look.
There's
for those who are
zero
saying
evidence to suggest.
I thought you were saying nefarious.
Guys, can we just stop for a second? This is ridiculous.
This is absurd.
Like, this whole thing is ridiculous. There are two things being conflated right now. There are conspiracy theorists who think Israel killed Charlie Kirk. They have yet to provide a shred of evidence proving that. Done. End
We're
of
not
story.
talking about that,
I am talking about something
You
entirely
were talking
different.
about
no,
that.
we're not. Hold on.
Oh, you
Let
were
me
talking
finish
about
my
that.
fucking thought. Okay? The real issue here is that before most people even knew that Charlie Kirk was dead, you have Netanyahu giving multiple interviews talking about how, using the fucking moment for his own political purposes, like the fucking
That's
ghoul that he
totally
is. Let me finish my point.
Than him killing Charlie Kirk.
Did I not
never
just
said that.
I literally
Okay, so now we're just gonna make
let
a
me finish
sidebar
my
to-
point, Jillian, because none of us can finish the damn point without someone else jumping down your throat. I don't think that Israel killed him because there's no evidence of that. But I had a problem with Netanyahu exploiting an assassination in this country for his own political means and purposes. And lying about the nature of his relationship with Charlie Kirk. Because Charlie Kirk didn't like Netanyahu. Just like any warm-blooded American shouldn't. Netanyahu is a bad guy. And he wanted to make it seem like, no, we were all great. We were good. We had a great relationship. Little did we know behind the scenes, there was a lot
every
of pressure
show
toward
ends up being
Netanyahu.
about how do we bash Israel. This is not for me. I am not interested in this.
Okay,
I love
I
you
know.
guys.
I'm sorry. Let's be good.
I
Let's
have
be good about
zero
precious
interest
Israel. Let the
in
country
fucking
committing a
every
genocide.
show
Yeah.
doing this.
Okay.
Zero. I think you guys are great. I fundamentally disagree with you.
Look how little she looks now.
Every show doing this. I'm sorry.
Cool. So can we continue the conversation?
Yeah, let's not. Let's.
Okay.
Finish the last topic.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, that was awkward afterwards, dude. Okay. So, like anybody who gets, you know how when your parents get divorced, they always tell you, oh, it's better to pick sides and to choose who was right and wrong? You know how, like, that's the conventional advice?
No.
So we're going to go ahead and choose sides now. All right. So, okay. We also saw Anna's video. She did a video defending herself, kind of doubling down on how, why can't we criticize Israel? Why does everybody get so heated when we criticize Israel? Right? That was kind of Anna's defense, but she was kind of doubling down, saying, I think Jillian was, well, not doubling down, but she was also saying Jillian was wrong. It was rude, disrespectful. She shouldn't have walked out. I agree with that. I think we both agree with that part, right?
Yes, agreed.
And then Jillian comes out with a response as well. And again, we're going to link both videos down below if you want to watch them for yourselves. We're just summarizing it here very quick. Jillian's response or her explanation of the situation is much more nuanced, and it is reasonable. I get what she is saying. Jillian is largely saying we keep bashing Israel. There's nobody to push back on it. We need both voices. Otherwise, it's just unfair.
Yeah.
And then she's also worried about the whole anti-Semitic rhetoric right now that's building in the country. And so that's why she sees it as an issue right now more than ever.
Yes. She doesn't want to be seen as one of those voices as well, at least not the show.
Yeah, I don't think she minds criticizing Israel, but she wants somebody there from the other side as well to defend it as well. That way it's nice and even. And Anna, anytime Israel's brought up, Anna just, I don't know what
she blows up. She gets pretty hostile against Israel.
Specifically
Netanyahu.
I don't know anything about the history, but it makes me want to defend it just because Anna's so like mad and angry over it.
You mean defend Anna?
No, defend Israel, defend Netanyahu. I don't. Looking into it, it does seem like Israel and Netanyahu have done some really bad things, and I'm not. And it does seem like I am on Anna's side. But just the fact that Anna gets so freaking angry every single time, just calm down. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't want to keep diving into Anna's point, but she does sort of bring it back to that we're just being coerced by Israel, and we do everything that Israel tells us to do, and that we're just fully controlled by Israel.
And so Jillian's final point, though, was in that video where she's explaining why she walked off. Anna keeps finding a way to bash Israel,
to bring it back,
to bring it into it, like to bring it. I do think in this case, I was kind of like, well, no, it is something that's going on. I am on board with, like, I think Amy said it. She was like, it's something that's happening. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about it. I kind of agree. I don't know about remiss, but I agree. It's something that's going on. It should be brought up, especially in a segment. That whole segment was conspiracy theories surrounding the death of Charlie Kirk. I do think this is a conspiracy theory surrounding it. You can present it and then say it's stupid. There's no basis, blah, blah. But then Jillian gets all mad. Yes. And then at the end, when I see that Anna, for some reason, does a weird sidebar talking about how disgusting it was that Netanyahu did that. I agree. I agree. That was weird. It was disgusting. Why are you bringing it up right now? What's the point of bringing it up right now?
I really don't think that was the point. I think she was I felt like that was Anna's side quest to eventually get to that point. But simply all that they were talking about was that potentially, Charlie Kirk was offered $150 million from Netanyahu.
And then Anna finds a weird way to bash Netanyahu.
Yes, exactly it.
And I'm just like, that's not the segment you're doing right now. The segment you're doing is just conspiracy theories. There's no basis. That's it. And then do another conspiracy theory or whatever, or move on. But now you're gonna bash someone because there's opportunity. Now, if you genuinely think he's an evil guy, which Anna does, fine. But I don't know, man.
But even again, Jillian recognizes that, and I think it's a fair point. Keep that to your personal channel, right? We agreed to stay away from the particular topic or to reduce the rhetoric, right, or reduce the heat on Israel. Commit to that. That's all that I'm saying, and I agree with that idea because that's what Jillian kind of explains to Officer Tate.
I do think Jillian walking out though
was wrong.
It makes so. Now I think Jillian just looks in the wrong. Anna looks fine. Like Anna looks like she did nothing wrong. If you don't get into the nuance of what we just did right now, and you kind of just like, it looks like why is Jillian so afraid to talk about Israel?
Yeah,
and I agree with that fully too. When I watched it for the first time, I was like, why is she getting so worked up over this? Like this makes no sense. Once you actually dive into the things,
she was conflating two ideas though.
Yeah,
that was an issue too, and I think it wasn't even the $150 million issue. It was the fact that he was potentially killed by Israel.
Right, which is not what they were saying. They were saying that Netanyahu.
That is not what they were saying. Yes,
there was something weird going on with Netanyahu, and it was the whole thing was just weird.
My initial thing was like I'm still kind of angry at Jillian for doing that, and very annoyed that she didn't even give any of them a chance to speak in that whole situation.
Yep, I do think Jillian. I like Jillian. So to be clear, I really like Jillian a lot. I actually like Anna a lot too. I think they're both very reasonable, very smart. Oh, I think Anna's very smart. I think Jillian's trying. Well, no, that's not trying to bash her. Jillian asks a lot of questions and she's getting smarter through this question asking. Yes. That's what I mean. But Anna's just kind of,
very well researched.
Very well informed. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
And so I do think Jillian, though, as a moderator and the host of it, she needs some work still. And I said this on our first review too. I do think as a moderator, I don't know I think Pierce does it very well. When he keeps a level head, he's calm all the time. He interrupts a lot, but I've never seen him get angry and walk off like that. Maybe in his earlier years he did, but I've never seen it.
Right.
Anyways, do you think they'll keep Anna? I really hope they do. I'll be mad.
I
if
hope they do
don't.
too, right? If they can't have this type of conversation and not come back and fix it, then that's an issue among all of them.
Yes.
Well, at least Anna and Jillian. Right, Lindy and Anna had their first issue in the first video.
I thought Lindy and Anna were gonna have some walkout moment. That's the walkout moment I was waiting for.
Same.
I never imagined Jillian would be the one to walk out.
Well, Jillian had always seemed to be calm and collected. So when I saw her react this way, it really took me aback. I thought, no way, this is you. Right?
Yep.
Right. But then it also brought me back to the Biggest Loser days, and then I saw her again. My nightmares came back.
I really do hope they keep Anna, though. I do think she's necessary. I like Anna's point of view. I like her takes. I just wish Anna would cool it a little bit with the.
So just to clarify, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
just to clarify, she didn't actually leave because I'm seeing weird like thumbnails and titles. She didn't actually leave her take. Do we know that?
Jillian,
yeah.
No, I don't think so. We didn't watch the full Officer Tatum video. Maybe in that video, we only watched like I think 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
Maybe in that video she'll explain a little bit more that she's not leaving. I doubt she'll leave. It's her show. If anything, Anna would leave.
Right.
But I don't want Anna to leave. That's the point. That's the reason why I'm making this video. We really hope that Jillian sees this and is like, hey, these two random guys on the internet said Anna shouldn't leave. Therefore, I'm going to listen to them and I'm going to keep Anna. That's what we're really hoping to get out of this.
We just hope you do some introspection and know that you maybe overreacted in the situation, and as a moderator should have just calmed the situation down.
Yep.
Whether or not you saw our video. All in all, bad on Jillian, but we see both sides. Although I think Anna kind of was going to take it a bad direction anyway.
I just think Jillian should have let her, because Jillian should have let her do it. And then with her words, said, hey, that's bad. Why do you keep doing that? Mm-hmm. Right?
Agreed.
It's so annoying.
Calm and collected.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, Ceterius vows to never again take Tylenol while he's pregnant. I think
dudes, I can't get pregnant. I'm a dude.
I think Google is lying. I think they're just trying to point the finger at somebody else.
Show the evidence and you may be saved. Show the evidence. And Jillian, you may have to take fault here. Live at least, I don't think you mitigated it well.
I also think please keep Anna. Please don't kick her off. I like Anna.
Well, I mean,
Anna's
I'm
awesome.
Kidding.
What do you like?
Anna's good. I love Anna. I do appreciate her. You could probably ease off the whole Israel thing on take. On your own platform, knock yourself out. I really don't care.
On behalf of Jillian,
chill out a little bit on Israel thing. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
See ya.